Hey everyone, I'm Andrei. Uh, I've got a couple of thoughts I want to share with you. It seems like I'm more on a designer side in this range of design engineering role or a combination of roles. But what I really like about this whole event and the community and the vision behind being together around those two topics is like the combination of a designer and a maker in the same field of focus and trying to find a way to get rid of these verses, which I have in my title, because I guess that's not the path that will help you get the best result possible. But at the same time, I find it like a good attitude to apply to some of my experience that I want to share with you, because sometimes you need to think more, to be more an engineer, and in another case, it's better to feel yourself more on the design side of the spectrum. I've been doing Brickit for quite a while. I don't know if you're familiar with it. The thing looks like that. So that's an app, and that app brings old Legos back into play. It just takes a picture, scans everything, and then you can utilize your old stuff and build new creations from that, or play with it. We have like a couple of modes. This all started with the situation that a lot of families across the world, sometimes early Sunday morning, a kid comes and helps and says that, hey, Dad, can you help me find a piece in that chaotic pile? And it's 7 a.m., but you can't say no. The thing is, like, there might be a solution to that. What if a human don't need to find the piece and some technological solution could do that? When I joined the team, they were thinking about that concept. It was long ago, 5 years ago, and the guys started building the technology, but at the same time, like, trying different things product-wise. The app started as a thing that asked you what Lego sets do you have, so that you can just theoretically say like, I have those sets, what can I build from them? And while the technology is cooking, these just help to gain some first attention, first users, and test out several hypotheses. The first thing that I saw looked like that. So that's the technological prototype of the first, let's call it like Brickit vision. It doesn't have this branding, but I think now it has. So that was the prototype. It feels, I have another video for you. There were several iterations on how to utilize the technology so that it can serve like AR glasses, but that are embedded into a phone, so you can just turn your camera on, and here it is. It looks pretty impressive, isn't it? But that's an engineering side of the thing. It's really impressive in terms of how it showcases the technology. But at the same time, if we get back to the room and try to apply this tool to a real life where you have an instruction and you have those pieces and you need to switch between two modes, like taking a look at the instruction and checking what part do you need right now, turning on this mode, being in a chaotic dance between those two modes is kind of enduring and doesn't feel like an optimal user experience. So at some point, there was an idea, and that's an idea from the design perspective. What if we change the approach to navigate those piles? And there's a thing that was invented a long time ago that's super helpful and is actually very easy. Like, you don't need to explain what's that. Everybody knows how map works. And what if we apply the same thing to some new technology? Like, from the design perspective, it is kind of helpful. We can put it together. We can make an app that utilizes the map approach, the metaphor, to solve the problem of finding the right piece you need. But at the same time, you don't need to explain much about how it works, because it's kind of familiar. And that was the thing that also changed our perspective on the user flow, because we started with an idea that we can ask, what do you have? And you kind of choose what to build. But then, if you need to find a piece, it can be a situation when there are a lot of pieces missed, and that ruins the whole fun, well, the experience of building. So we kind of ended up inverting this experience, so that you take a picture first, we take a look at what you have, and we only suggest ideas that you can build so that you won't waste your time. And that's how this thing started. Also, another thing, this map should be created somehow. So there should be some scanning process and stuff. And I really didn't want to use some graphics so that they will be sort of like a loader or something. And I don't know, that's maybe the intersection of a design and engineering mind that I feel in that animation, because basically it solves the problem of explaining what's happening and how much should you wait, where is the process, like how many % of the loading has happened without saying anything. Because like what we did is I talked to an engineer and I said like, what if we just choose the direction of those ML calculations so that it will start at the top end and finish at the this corner. So that's it. And yeah, that was our flow. You just scan, you pick an idea, you build, and then there is a way to take a snap and remember that. And a lot of kids, a lot of adults as well, actually started doing it, and it looked like that. So we created kind of an Instagram for builders on the inside of the app. The funny thing that we discovered is that when you take a picture, it just shows off the creation itself. But there is a change of perspective that can be added, which adds value to the picture. Like some small, tiny comment, we started doing these comments just by our hands, infusing into this inner Instagram, so that the pictures that kids and our users take will be more valuable both to them and to the people who are not familiar with them. They don't have a lot of empathy, but this just tiny comment can change the perception of things. And the problem is that it was all did by our hands. We just needed to come up with those comments, and it's not that scalable, actually. So we tried to think of that from the engineering perspective, from the perspective of technology. And that was the time where all those LLMs and generations just came up, and there was an obvious idea that we just tested out. What if there is a way to just take this picture, analyze it, and take some elements of the build, like colors and shape, and the creation itself, and translate it into some fantastic, I don't know, like an illustration from a book or from a tale. And we had some fun. We spent a lot of months just generating and trying to find the right way to do that, trying different styles, anime, Star Wars things, I don't know, something that looks more like a childish book, and so on. And at some point we came to the point where the result was kind of good. We just didn't have the user experience for that. And from the user experience perspective, there is not a lot of challenges. You just take picture, wait, and here it is. And that's what we did, actually. So you take a picture, there is this button that opens a space where, if you want, you can tap a button and start the generation process. Then you wait, and then the result is here, and you can share it. You can share your feedback with us. We were analyzing that and changing the UI a little bit. And one tiny thing that was added lately is later is the sound. Because when you do it the first time, it's funny to look at this animation and stuff, but if you're doing 3, 4, 5, 6 generations, it's just so overwhelming. And the sound, it gives you an opportunity to just leave your phone, forget about it, listen to the Skype call, and when it's over, you're just back, you're checking your phone, here it is, and you can do one more, and more. And that's the thing that started and was initiated from an engineering perspective compared to the first one. Another thing, at some point, we discovered that this Brickit experience that I've just shown you is really great for some quick play. You just take a snap and start from the straight away. But you can't build really big, complex creations with that because you need a lot of stuff, a lot of bricks. And to bring a lot of bricks into play, we needed another experience for the same technology so that it can utilize it in another way. The inspiration came also from from life, so it might be more of a design part of the spectrum. Lego says they're basically what we are building, but those are really pre-directed in a lot of ways, and they have a lot of bags inside. And you use those bags to just organize the playground for yourself. And we said, okay, let's do the same. Let's create a lot of scans. Let's help people to put each scan into a bag so that each bag will have a number. It can be navigated really easily. It's transparent. It's fine. We just need to put all of that into one place. We need to add precision. So we actually just added color classification, and we added an experience for advanced users who want to check everything that ML did and to correct if there are some mistakes and to be really that's a paradise for control freaks like me. And here how it works. It's a simple thing. You have everything inside. You can always find everything, and it's completely it reflects your physical storage as well. So you're not navigating in digital space while you can easily find an answer to where to go to so that you can find the right piece in your storage and open the bag with bag number 8, and there you'll find all of those things that you see right now on the screen. You can also rename that. You can there are a lot of ways to store pieces. So some users store wheels separately, at least, and there are a lot of techniques. And this was all created for the sake of giving an opportunity to build large designs. And you can kind of tweak a lot of things in how you choose the design. So you can just look at everything and then see what's the intersection of pieces you have to pieces you need, and you also can filter those out and so on. And it worked really well for hardcore geeks who really ended up building stuff like that. That's a screenshot from our Discord server. But what we did, we discovered that we created a Brickit experience, which is really good for quick play and not a lot of bricks. And we created a hardcore advanced experience for geeks who have hundred thousands of pieces in their garage. And something that I'm going to show you right now, you'll be the first persons who will see that, because we're now thinking of the next step. Okay, what we need to do now, we need to create something in between and add this the second app experience. It has this funny name, pilometer. I don't want to explain myself, but let's keep it that way, to just merge it into something new so that everybody can use this scan and play experience, as we call that. It's the way that I previously showed you, and just at the same time have a storage right into being embedded right into the same app and change the way you utilize all the source of parts that you have to build. And you can start small. You can just start with scanning, I don't know, 200 pieces. And then you can gain those those parts of yours over time and maneuver between all those different things that you can do. And I guess that's an interesting example for me. It's also something that changes the perspective on utilizing the same technology for different life circumstances, different people, different audiences with different needs. Because what we did first worked for several people, like for a lot of people, but mostly for families and mostly for the cases where you need to start straight away. The second thing that we did was a success among geeks and adult builders. We're now aiming to close the gap and basically utilizing the same experience, so the same technology. So what I think is sometimes what I use as a method of thinking sometimes is just to challenge myself to change the hat from designer to an engineer and backwards, even if I feel there is a good solution, because sometimes it's just something waiting for you around the corner, and you need to go there to find it here, to find it waiting for you. And I'm not sure if there is another way to do that. I guess that's it. There's thank you in the left top corner, but you don't see that.